Oh hey, it's me. I'm doing what I did in the early days, is go get catalogs. For me, I'm Willie. I own Willie's Guitars. But in the 60s and 70s, I used to write to all the guitar companies and get catalogs. And all summer long, I would pour through those catalogs. For those of you that are under 50, you think I'm nuts right now. For those of you guys that are over 50, you're going, yeah, right. There's a lot of interesting stuff in these old catalogs. You get to learn like all the stuff they did, all the quality that was in these old catalogs, the features that are on amplifiers, the accessory packages on the back. Even these little champ amps were very expensive in the day. Fender was the stuff that you dreamed of. Not like today where you got Squiers and $6.99 guitar and $7.99. Back in the day, this was pro stuff. You didn't buy this unless you were serious. They did custom colors back then, but at request. You could order these in custom colors, but only at request. So what I have to show you today is this 1969 Telecaster, and this is in a custom color that you're all familiar with, the famous Candy Apple Red. Candy Apple will come with two undercoats. It's either a gold undercoat, and you can see that peeking out there, or it's a silver undercoat, which is actually fairly rare. Traditionally, people prefer the gold undercoat because it issues this glow, especially as the red fades. This, even though it's had some play wear, is not faded that bad. This is in pretty good condition. And you can see too, there's no back holes. When you have a Bigbsby on a Telecaster, it's either been added or you ask that pertinent question, turn it around. And you turn it around and you see, oh, no back holes. That means the factory installed the Bigbsby. They didn't need to put in back holes because you installed the strings through the top. A factory Bigbsby will get a much more than somebody that added a Bigbsby to their Telecaster. And it is a bridge that's not unlike the Jazzmaster, that it pivots back and forth when you depress the tremolo. So this is a rare guitar. We just recently sold a 1969 Strat for $11,000. As a matter of fact, it's pretty easy to sell a 1969 Strat for that. If that same Strat was in a custom color, it would be worth 40 to 50% more, unless it was a rare color, and then even more. This is a 69 Telecaster with a custom color that's from the factory. I'm familiar with this guitar because in 1984, one of my best friends, Todd Mickey, bought this guitar, and I was with him when he paid $450. We were amazed when it went up to $1,200. We were amazed when it went up to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Over the years, it just kept going up in value. Now, this is going to be offered to you. It's a completely straight guitar with killer pickups. We always talked about how hot that particular pickup is, and this guitar is offered at $12,000, and it is an all-original 1969 Tele. Ah, that's fun. So, 69 Teles, the neck pickups tend to be a little more oomph than they are in the earlier time periods. They seem to be a little more level in output, but they're still, as you flip forward to that neck pickup, you get that bigger bass, but the bridge pickup, more teeth, more growl, because there's more windings, it's a wider aperture, it's just a stronger pickup. But still, these late 60s, early 70s Teles have a really great usable neck pickup. They've made great investments over the past 50 years. They'll likely continue to make great investments as time goes on. It's a piece of Americana too. This is California design at its best. We also got this other Telecaster, and as soon as I thread back this messaging to you guys here, so you know, 1969 Telecaster, this is another Telecaster that we just got in. And Keith Richards, like Willie, used to take guitars, used to get guitar catalogs and pore over them, dreaming of guitars. In 1974, he walked into a store in Texas and bought himself a guitar that looked a lot like this one here. This is a Telecaster Custom. Now that's different than a custom Telecaster. The custom Telecaster was double bound. The Telecaster Custom, I know, is humbucking, and there was a big demand for humbucking guitars. There's a great story of Keith Richards and Ronnie Wood walking around looking for a liquor store on their way to the airport to buy this guitar, not this very one, but a guitar just like this. And you can hear now that neck pickup is quite a bit louder. So it made a more useful, a humbucking pickup. What's interesting is these pickups were developed for Gibson by Seth Lover, who designed the Gibson's humbucking pickup. So he was actually creating this split coil design so he didn't impede on his old design, and he didn't get himself in trouble going to work for Fender. Fender was kind of the hip company, the California company. They moved quicker, they were less traditional, and this guitar, these Telecaster Customs, were really quite the thing in the day. I've played Keith Richards' Telecaster Custom. I've sat on the stage waiting for Keith to come out to look at some stuff I brought him. And I played his neck, and it isn't stripped of its lacquer finish on the neck. It's something that he played for so much of his career. I think these glossy maple necks get a bad rap sometime, and I'll defend it even just with Keith Richards, saying, if it's good enough for Uncle Keith, it's good enough for us little guys, right? So this is a pretty good weight. It's a great little guitar, and it's all straight. It has the original hang tag. It has the bridge cover, and this just came in too. So there we go, a 1969 Telecaster. And if you watched my video from the other day, I was talking about the 1969 Les Paul Deluxe and the 1961 SG. Go back and check those, but for now, I'm gonna let you all go back to what you were doing. This is a little Telecaster story. We love Telecasters, and you know why? Because they're indestructible. And that makes them a useful tool for day-to-day and touring and putting in a gig bag and getting there in one piece. On that note, I should say goodbye. Thank you.